We've been focusing the last several weeks on a section of the book of Joshua that has been dealing with a series of battles. Those battles began in chapter 6 when they took Jericho. We saw what happened in 7 when they took their eyes off God and failed to trust and listen to the Lord in chapter 7 when they were defeated at Ai. We also saw some things play out in chapters 8 and 9 with the Hivites and some deception that played out there. Just all these really awesome and cool things relative to warfare is what we have been looking at. Last time we were together in the book of Joshua, 3 weeks ago, whenever that was, before Thanksgiving, we camped out in chapter number 10. And if you remember from that chapter, we focused on two very significant themes. One is what the initial theme was, the fact that the reality of spiritual warfare, what we're dealing with, is real. Spiritual warfare is something that is a reality to the believer. And we followed up the second week with a title to a sermon that we called Rooting Out the Hidden Enemy. And if you remember from that study, we were looking at specifically a tribe known as the Amorites. That were led by 5 significant kings, and these Amorites ruled a strategic part of the Promised Land. The heart of the land, Jerusalem, Hebron, some of those significant cities in the Bible were controlled and ruled by these 5 Amorite kings. Who can remind me from our study a few weeks ago who and what the Amorites represent in our lives? Where's Marie? Is Marie here this morning? She usually knows these things. Talkers, right? The voices of life. And these cowards had the audacity to hide in a cave as the children of Israel made their way up. And Joshua had his mighty men of war cover them up with these stones. And he says, go out, defeat the rest of the Amorite army, come back, and we're going to deal with these voices, these talkers, once and for all. And what a picture these guys are to you and to me, because it's the voices and the talk and the noise in our lives that distract us, that keep us from the mission. And this is what we can't lose sight of as we consider these